You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Welcome to a Skyrim Addict podcast, where I will discuss my adventures and misadventures through Skyrim. Join me. Add your stories, add your tales. Let's get into this thing. Welcome back. First episode of the Shivering Isles Roundtable. Continuation of our Oblivion Roundtable series. Michael, I'm with Colin.
Good evening, guys.
And Juan, who I almost called Victor.
Actually, good noon.
Yeah. We have evening, we have noon, we have afternoon. We're covering it all today. You don't have any head injuries like Victor, right?
No, I do
Thankfully,
not. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, that you're aware of anyway.
Beyond the normal.
Yes, so we're going to get into the first set of quests for Shivering Isles. Let's see. They were Adorn NIbenay Bay, Through the Fringe of Madness, Better Mousetrap, Baiting the Trap, Everything in Its Place, and Ghosts of Vitharn.
Whoa.
Why does my screen keep going black? That's weird. Boo, that stinks. Yeah, my screen kept going black that I was trying to read off of, so that was kind of a pain, and it's still doing it. It's got to be setting on the TV. But, yeah, so we're going through those. But you guys been playing anything else in the meantime?
Well, been doing a lot of PvP and ESO. Lots of PvP. I did play Shadow Warrior, which was one of the games with gold last month.
Oh, did you?
Crazy game. If you like those crazy Japanese style first person shooters, that's the game for you.
Wow.
You have like magic powers, and you can shoot a gun or go around with a sword, and you're fighting also. Maybe it's more Chinese, I guess. I don't know, because there's like these demons and stuff, and there's these little rabbits you can kill, and every once in a while one will turn into a black rabbit, which turns in, like, as nasty as the rabbit in the Holy Grail. And it chases you, and it plays like some almost like death metal while it's chasing you around.
Nice.
It's a crazy game. It's actually a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd enjoy it. And I also played Assassin's Creed Chronicles China.
Oh, that was one of the games for gold too, wasn't it?
That was, yes. I believe for January.
Isn't that the side scroller?
I don't know.
Just a move, like, isn't it? Just like you're on the left and you're going through, and it's got to go up and down, and you're just looking at the screen. It's just sliding.
Yeah, it's a side scroller.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I played that. That was awful.
It was.
And that's why it was free.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, it was bad. No, that's enough.
Yeah, I downloaded. Well, I didn't download, but I got most of those. What were they, last month or whatever? I did grab those.
Yeah, Shadow Warrior is definitely fun though. I would recommend it. It's one of those you just kind of jump in and just kill stuff.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun and relaxing.
Relaxing.
It lets you get out a lot of aggression.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I did. I actually signed up for Game Pass on the Xbox, and ended up playing through Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay.
which I enjoyed I enjoyed it. It was good. It's like kind of reminds me of like Uncharted, like those style games, story based games.
Yeah. Which I mean, I think if it's a good story, it's fine.
Yeah,
I just can't get through where it sits there and it says, "Okay, tap A really really fast," or certain sections, and it's almost like a little cinematic type tap.
yeah, exactly. I played through it last week, so it didn't take me very long, and I enjoyed it. But then I uninstalled it. I didn't feel like I needed to go back and redo it
Find
or
everything.
yeah, I didn't feel like I needed to 100% it or anything like that. I did do a lot, so but I went through the story and I was happy with that. But I figure for like right now I'm on the 14-day trial, but Sea of Thieves is supposed to come out on Game Pass.
Really?
Yeah, so even if it's only available for the first month, at least I'll get to try it,
Yeah.
without having to buy it. So at $10, as long as they have one game a month that I'm interested in, I think that's fine. There's a bunch of little stuff on there, and a lot of older stuff and things like that.
Mm.
So
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at it, but I played basically one game,
yeah,
and I have to play two others right now.
yeah, exactly. Oh god, I have to do some. I got to get into Fallout at some point.
Yeah, I'm still playing with my no perks except for Idiot Savant until I get 11 on all my specials,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attempt to do Trinity Tower with just Pikmin's Blade
Mm,
all the way up to the top.
interesting.
And as you get higher level, the game gets so much more
Oh
difficult
yeah, yeah.
because you don't have all those little perks like you would if you go into if you put in like big leagues, or
Well, we lost you, Juan.
you get incremental damage when you add to your strength and all the other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the same as if you had um, an extra 25-50% or whatever damage that you get from all the other little perks.
Yeah.
So I hadn't even considered any of that. Well, I had considered, but I didn't think it would be that bad. Where normally in Skyrim, you're sitting there playing, and then all of a sudden you have to start raising the level.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well, playing like this, I'm almost tempted to bring down the level to make the game a little easier.
That's tough
Yeah,
to be able to get
but
through
I'm
there.
gonna stick it out, and I'm gonna eventually finish that character. Because when I get on it is a fun character to play, and it
Mm-hmm.
makes me play a little bit differently because I have to think about everything that
How
I
you're
do.
doing everything. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
just blow through there and
right.
yeah, I think
And
I'm supposed to I don't know if I'm supposed to do my streaming of my thing this week or not. I need to find out so I can actually build a character and do that.
yeah, I have to stream mine this week because mine is the first part.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
mine might be second or something.
yeah. And I think I'm also gonna be with them on Thursday.
Yeah, I think I was going to too. I'm off Friday, so as long as I'm awake, I will be hopping on. And then we go on
Yeah.
vacation next week, so
And for me, it's at 6 o'clock, so it's not too
yeah,
bad.
it's not too bad. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock for me. But or no, when are they doing it? Are they doing it at 9?
I think they do it at 9.
Okay, yeah. If they do it at 10, it's like late, late for me. But
That's why he tries to keep it to about an hour.
yeah. Oh, and was it Victor and Sean and I did a ASA game talk last week?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I
got
enjoyed that.
to a bunch of different games there. Subnautica. I think we talked about. I think we actually talked about Rise of the Tomb Raider. Maybe I don't remember. We talked about a couple different games, a bunch of different games
I
that they were
remember
playing.
Subnautica. And
PUBG maybe.
that was the other one.
And maybe
Where you guys had to tell us what PUBG was.
yeah. I haven't actually played that. I've been thinking about it. I hear like it's fun, but there's a lot of clunky issues. But I was too busy finishing whatchamacallit, Rise of the Tomb Raider so I could then get back to Shivering Isles before I forgot how to play Oblivion.
Yeah, that's the only thing about when I get into Oblivion or Fallout is it really messes up my Elder Scrolls gameplay because my jump button is it's
Oh,
completely different
yeah.
place,
Yep.
and so
That is
yeah,
a pain.
so you just got to reprogram your brain to do it again.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I do. Yeah, I haven't hopped back into Skyrim yet. I have my one character. I might be. I think we're gonna do some of the Daedra quests for Let's Play Skyrim, or for the Let's Play thing that was Let's Play Skyrim, but now it's Fallout and Skyrim. But
Okay.
that one's just, I think Pat's is finishing up, so in like a month or so. So I might do some of the Daedra quests, something small like that.
Yeah, I have a tough time listening to the Fallout Let's Play just because I've never played the game, so
It's hard
for
to
me
visualize.
really, yeah. Because like, oh, he's doing this. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, I guess if you haven't played it, it does make it a lot more difficult to envision it. I assume the audio ones work better if you have a really solid knowledge of whatever game, because then you can kind of just you know where everything is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we can get into the first quest, which is NIbenay Bay. And this is basically where you arrive at the door, which is in NIbenay Bay, as it is described. It's between the Imperial City and Breville? Is that what it is? It's a little northeast of Breville. Yeah,
I think it's east of Breville.
Yeah, pretty far south. It's almost all the way to Breville. Yeah. So you just swim out there. It's a very strange looking door. We have the faces of Sheogorath, I guess it's mania, dementia, whatever.
Kind of like the staff.
Yeah, it does. It basically looks like the Wabjack, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to head up there. There's some. That's when you start to notice there's the different types of ingredients you can pick and all that kind of stuff. The guard is there, and there's a. Was she a Khajiit? Is that what it was?
There's a Khajiit and a dark elf.
Dark elf. That's okay. And they all basically started fighting, right?
Yeah, well, with me it was the guard and the dark elf, and I didn't do anything. I just let them beat on each other, and it took like 15 minutes for.
Yeah, it did take a while.
Yeah, and then halfway through they fell in the water, so they were sort of like fighting in the water.
Oh, jeez.
It was just getting annoying, and then I think the dark elf lost. I think in the end, because obviously he's not walking around without heavy armor and a shield on. So.
Yeah, and then that's when you can finally when Haskell shows up, right? Or you open the door and then Haskell is there behind the desk.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Sheogorath was saying something about good try or something like that. And then the guy just when the guy dies, I think. Well, one of them dies, I think. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Then I stepped through and then into meet Haskell. Is it Chamberlain or something of New Sheol?
Yeah, New Sheoth. New Sheoth is the where he's from. Yeah, he's behind the desk, and then he explains that Sheogorath is looking for a champion, basically. So that's why you're there. And if you accept his offer, you have to go find him in New Sheoth and pick one of the doors to go through. And what is it? Is this where you pick either, was it mania or dementia?
Yeah, so you go into, is it Passover, that first town?
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
You go into Passover and there's a few crazies there. And you speak to a few of them, and then this guy who says he's the mayor, he's a red guard, I can't remember his name, and he says that there's some adventurers just about to go and fight the gatekeeper.
That's right.
Watch.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those doors are at the Palace of New Sheoth, or at the entrance to New Sheoth within Shivering Isles. That's right.
And you run up there, and then there's some orc in ebony armor, and then he's got a crew with him of other adventurers in steel armor, and they all attack the Guardian and get their asses whooped.
Yeah, they don't fare very well.
The orc just runs away.
Yeah,
runs all the way back out again.
Yep.
And so you look at it, and then it sort of like comes up on your sort of like journal that if I go up there, he's going to kick my ass. So try and figure a way around it, and that's when you have to go back into the town and try and figure out a way. And was it the way I done it? Was there's two? I think there's two ways.
Yeah, there's two options. Yep.
I done both.
Oh, okay.
You can go with the crazy guy, to the Bone Farm or the Bone Orchard, whatever it's called.
That's what I did. Yeah.
And he harvests some bones and makes some arrows out of it. But arrows are for not my. Oh, by the way, I'm using a different character. I'm using this old character. My first original one. His name was Calf, and he's all in heavy armor, heavy Daedric armor with a two-handed Daedric weapon.
Oh, nice.
And he has his main spell, which is the one that he created on his own, which is called Juan. That's the first spell, and it casts light in a 100-foot area, and summons for 30 seconds, and summons a Daedroth for 30 seconds, and that's all he needs. He just summons that up, and then just swings that the two-handed Daedric battle axe around, killing everything. So you go over, and the guy kills the things and makes the arrows out of bones.
Yep.
Or you can talk to the woman who made the gatekeeper, or birthed him with Shergarth or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Oh, Relmina. So yeah.
They're all talking in metaphors or something.
Oh, yeah. No, they're all wacko. Yeah.
And then she lets it slip that, one of the other women there keeps on chatting about stuff that she shouldn't be. So then you take that clip and go and chat to the woman that can't keep her mouth shut. And there you go, and you talk to her, and then she relays that the thing is vulnerable to her tears, not her tears, but the woman who made it is vulnerable to her tears.
Yeah,
and she goes to visit him every night at midnight. So you wait for her to go, and she cries when she's talking to him and about how awesome he is and how powerful he is, and then she drops her hanky on the floor, and you go and pick up the hanky and then squeeze out the tears. And then when you're fighting him, you put that on your blade, and it weakens him, and you can kill him.
Yeah, so that'll poison him basically, and then the arrows kind of work as like similar to, I would say, silver arrows against like ghosts and things like that. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty similar thing. So the guy makes you some bone arrows, and then he has some bone arrows, and you both go over there and shoot the gatekeeper, and it eventually goes down.
Yeah, that's why I had both. I had the tears on my battle axe, and I had him behind me with the bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if you do both, he'll be there to help you. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the beating while I'm running away.
Yeah, and then that's when once you defeat the gatekeeper, you can choose to go through either the door of mania or dementia, and you get a different greater power in each one. If you go through mania,
I did go back and tell her that I killed her child first. Though.
Oh, did you?
She wasn't.
I don't think. You know what? I don't think I went to her at all. I just went to the guy and then went inside. I should have went to both and completed the whole story. Yeah, you can get. So if you go through the mania door, it's Frenzy as a greater power, and if you go through the dementia door, it's demoralize as a greater power. So,
what does that do? I didn't even notice that.
I don't know. I don't really use them.
Demoralize, I think it's
it decreases
fear, maybe.
Yeah, it decreases confidence, willingness to fight. Undead are not affected. So yeah, so I don't really use those anyway. So I don't know how useful it is for me. But then you make your way to Sheogorath's palace, and that's where we finally get to talk to him, and you're awarded an amulet, Charity of Madness, and it has resist frost, shock, and fire on it.
Yeah, 15 or 16% or something.
I think mine was I think it was 15%. I think mine was I wonder if it's leveled. It might be leveled. Yeah, it is leveled. It's if you're level 25 plus, it's 16% actually. If you're 15 to 24, it's 13%. 7, 14, 10%, and 1 through 6 is 7%. So it is a leveled item. Yeah, so mine was 16%, but I have I have like 3 rings that are each 100% frost, fire, and shock. Not all 3, but one of each that I had found, along the way.
I noticed that some of the stuff that I was picking up wasn't as good as what I was picking up out of Shivering Isles.
Yeah, no, the stuff I found in chests and stuff isn't as good as what I found before coming in. When I was looting previously, that stuff was pretty good. Yeah, so we get to the palace, and that's when we get our quest. Well, basically, he gives you you talk to Sheogorath, and he's like, you have to ask, you start talking to him about, God, how do you even say this town? Or fort or whatever it is. Was it Zedilian or something? XED.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, Zedilian. Okay. So if you
that was spot on. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's so basically he's chosen you to stop the Grey March, which they're coming after him basically to take over Shivering Isles at the end of something like that. The Jigalag, the Daedric Prince of Order. The Grey March is what he's... Okay. So, Sheogorath, you're there as the champion to stop Jigalag, which is the Daedric Prince of Order. Which Order is, of course, not something Sheogorath wants. No. There is no semblance of order in Shivering Isles whatsoever. So, he's going to do this event called the Grey March, which... wipes out the whole realm basically, and then it has to be rebuilt. So you're there to stop that from happening for your new Lord Sheogorath. And to help you in this quest, he gives you Haskell, who you have to summon a couple times to his annoyance in front of Sheogorath. So after he gives you Haskell, the ability to summon Haskell anyway. And he'll basically help you in quests, I guess. I haven't used him yet. But I guess he gives you tips.
I didn't get him yet.
You didn't get him?
No, isn't that the next time's quests?
Is it? Is that after we do this one? I'm confusing the two of them then.
Because the quest was done as during... Through the Fringe of Madness, a better mousetrap, which is the one where you go off to do the...
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's maybe I went back there after I finished the quest, and that was part of the end of it. That's what it is.
Yeah,
See?
I think that's Understanding Madness, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably the beginning of that, is what it is. Yeah, because I went back there and talked to him after I finished up the mousetrap quests. That's what it was. See, I screwed that up.
Because I haven't been back to talk to him yet.
Okay, yeah. See, I went back and talked to him, so technically, I guess it kind of bled into the next quest. So, okay, that's where I screwed up. It was I was wondering. I'm like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. Where did Haskell come in? I can't remember. But anyway, this is where you go to do the Resonator quest, and there are those grummites in there, and you have to find the focus crystals on the grummites. That's it.
I do like all the different enemies in there. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, they're very cool. The gnarls were pretty interesting looking. They're big, the tree creatures.
The precursor to the Spriggan.
Yeah.
Nasty looking, horrible Spriggan, and then that weird spider thing with orange ass.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I came across one of those on the road on the way to New Sheoth. And there was a pretty big battle going on with somebody. Oh, you know what? The guy who runs through the door with you in the very beginning, did he get killed when you were coming down the roadway?
No, I jumped in and helped him in the fight. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he got killed in mine, and I think I looted some stuff off of him, but he might have had some good money or something like that.
Doesn't he have an ebony bow or something like that on him, I think?
He had a decent bow, yeah. I think I took arrows off of him or something else, but I'm trying to think. Did he have other good stuff? I don't remember, but he got killed he was coming down the road. He was behind me and I didn't realize, or he had ran way ahead of me and he was dead by the time I got there, one or the other. Yeah, so Xedilian is it's a ruin that you go through, and then there's the grummites in each of the different areas. You discover that as you kill some of the grummites, you find one that has a staff, and then that's where you harvest the crystal from to continue to the next area.
Yeah, you got to put it on its pedestal or something like that.
Yeah, or the focus crystal.
I don't know whether it was in this one. I've done another ruin. I think it was before I went through the gates, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I found these rune boxes or something like that.
Oh, really?
Or matrix boxes that allows you to make madness weapons and armor.
Oh, really?
I don't know what they're little green and gold boxes type things. And apparently I've got a quest saying that if you go to somebody somewhere, like some smith can make weapons and armor out of madness ore or something.
Oh, yeah, I do have some madness ore. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about going, seeing if this guy can build me a new set of armor, because he can. I've got one of the rune boxes which is for building a claymore.
Ah, okay.
If that's actually something, or is it just loot that you sell?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I actually found a few pieces of the Antipodian hammer, which we're doing next time. I randomly came across those, so I wonder if that's might be a good two-handed weapon.
Oh, we get it in. Was it a strange weapon at the end of this one, isn't it?
Oh, is this you get the
So for a better, is it baiting the trap? It's after a better mousetrap. Sorry.
Yeah. They kind of flow into each other, really.
Yeah.
So you go through the three areas, and find the right grummite to kill, or you just kill all of them, and then you find the one with the
dubri
with the crystal, and then you get to the next area, which basically rolls right into that, because baiting the trap is essentially using the resonator that you activate it. And this was I remember this quest. It was pretty interesting. So after you clear the grummites, that's when you find was it Kiloban, and
I know there was three of them. There's
well, he's the or is there three different? No, I think he just meets you in all the different chambers.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking of the adventurers, but the dark elf you meet.
Yep.
That must have been in there for like 100 years or something. Just hanging out.
Just hanging, yeah, because nothing was going on in there because nothing was working. So
just sitting around.
Yeah, so and that's when the three adventurers come in. There's an orc, Imperial maybe, and some kind of mage.
Yeah, there was a mage, an archer, I think, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
like a warrior.
Yeah,
so, the standard there for a dungeon.
and then you have to choose how you're going to slowly get rid of them.
Yeah, I kept on choosing because the door I went through was the dementia door.
Oh yeah,
because what's his name? Haskell said that the dementia ones would enjoy my company and I would theirs. And he said that the mania ones would probably want to kill me. So all right, I'll go through the dementia one then. So I went to the dementia one, and all the traps that I chose were all the dementia ones, which is basically kill something. The mania one seems to be like drive them insane.
Yes, yeah.
And the dementia was just kill them. So I kept on going with those ones.
I did. Let's see. The first one I did the mania one, where the gnarl starts out tiny and then grows to double the size of a normal one. And then basically I guess that's when the rogue, the archer, just like falls to the floor weeping after that. And then you move on to the next room. So they move on to the next room and you move with them. The next one I did like you did. I did the was it the dementia one?
Fireball.
Yeah, the fireballs just blasted the
other one was brilliant. The mania one that you could choose was all the keys.
Oh,
so you press the button and about 1,000 keys come like out of the ceiling or something like that, and not one of them is right. They're all the wrong key.
Oh, I should have done that. That would have been good for that one. Yeah, on the second one, it's just the fireballs, and then the third one. What did I choose? I'm trying to think. Gosh, I don't remember. It's
And the first one, the mania one, was I think that you have a ghost come out of one of the dead bodies that looks exactly like the guy.
Yeah, that's the one I did, where he turns into his own ghost or something, and it drives him crazy.
Lying crying on the floor. Yeah, I chose the dementia one, which was raise all the dead up and attack him, and eventually overpower him and kill him. You got a few of them, but eventually they took him.
They took him down. Yeah, I chose the where he becomes his own ghost, and he's like, "Wait, I didn't die. This isn't possible." It's like I didn't lose any fights. I didn't battle anybody. How am I a ghost? But after that, everything's good, and so you go to leave. And this was a little funky for me because I was sneaking and nobody can see me since I'm 95% chameleon, and all of a sudden you leave and you're going back. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go back, let Shogarth know everything's good, and these three guys go running past me, but I think they're just going into the chamber to be the next victims. And I'm like, wait, am I supposed to do something with them? And that's when I got back and realized that there was a battle.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yep. That's when I realized there was a battle going on that I was supposed to be involved in and didn't get involved until last minute. So yeah, it's the order. What are they? The order of I'm trying to think of their names. They're very knightly looking and pristine armor and stuff, and so you have to take them all out. They do have named weapons or special weapons that they use, and the Knights of Order. That's it, which makes sense since everybody's trying to restore order to Shivering Isles. But yeah, so I took out the Knights of the Order, and and your reward for the quest prior to that is you get a journal and you get Duskfang / Dawnfang. So
sounds like a fun weapon.
Yeah, it depends day or night. So day it's Dawnfang, night it's Duskfang. It's fire or frost enchanted depending. So
oh, fun.
Yeah, and then there's a chest of items. The stuff in there wasn't that great, so I think I just picked like some arrows out of it, and that was it.
Sorry about that.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, so I was saying at the end of that quest, that's Knights of Order, I should say, come rolling through. And but before that, we got Duskfang, Dawnfang.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about
it's that. It's one of those crazy lunatic. Was it sentient swords, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So when you kill something with it, it feeds it and it talks to you or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna have to use it. Yeah, you have to nourish the blade.
Nourish.
Yes. I guess it's like whatchamacallit in is that Mephal's weapon in Skyrim?
The ebony blade.
The ebony blade.
That gets fed with betrayal.
Yeah, that's it. You have to kill your allies.
Yeah, if you kill your allies, it's basically feeds the weapon. So when you nourish the blade, you absorb health 3 points for 1 second and do fire damage. And when it's at nighttime, let's see, nighttime it's frost damage and absorb magicka. So that's the difference between day and night with those.
Yeah. So I had that little set 2 with the Knights of Order. They look pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, their armor is really clean. Yeah, it's a really interesting armor, and they just kind of come out of nowhere. You don't even know they're there, and there's no open face or anything like that. It's real, it's just everything's armor, very shiny. They have their specific type of weapons. What were the names of the? They like it was just like Sword of the Order or something like that. It was called basically, right?
Yeah, I found down near what's that thing from the fort from the quest later on, that big. There was those stalagmites that come out of the ground.
Oh yeah,
the little grey ones.
mm-hmm.
I walked up to one of those, and it said and activated it, and it asked me if I wanted to put one of the hearts inside. Because when you loot the Knights of Order, I think you can get a weapon off them every once in a while, but you always get this little heart of the knight or something like that.
Oh yeah, you do. Yes, that is correct.
And when I found this stalagmite earlier on, that it was kind of like what powered the mousetrap.
Huh.
That thing right at the very end. It looked similar to that, where it had the purple electric power going through the middle of it.
Yeah.
And when I walked onto it and it asked me if I wanted to put the heart in, but I said no. I walked away.
That's interesting that it'll feed. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I want to see if I know what's going to happen first before I actually do it.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what it does. I wonder if that's part of something later on. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's after that. Like I went back, and that's when you get Haskell. But yeah, technically, I guess that's the next quest. Then for one of the settlement quests, this one's in Felmore, which is like southwest of New Sheoth or something like that. It's a little settlement on the water. I do like the trees and all, how extremely large they are, and the way they're growing is like giant roots and things like that.
You can use as bridges.
Yeah. It's just a really Shivering Isles just has a way different look than like Cyrodiil Oblivion itself.
Yeah,
there's just a lot more bizarreness.
I was hoping to do something extra with the score as well, but it's still the same old music.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Soulstone.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're in Skyrim, you got all the Skyrim movie. When you get to Solstheim, you got the little bit of the Morrowind music thrown in there as well. So
Yeah, that is nice touch.
Had a real nice Morrowind feel in Solstheim.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they changed the music a little bit for it. A little more, I don't know, a little more manic maybe. That would be good.
Something a little eclectic.
Yeah, it's a strange place. And it's, I don't know, it's just has such a unique look. It's pretty interesting. And talking to anybody anywhere in there is like a chore because they're all speaking in riddles, basically.
yeah,
it's something.
yeah, those two Khajiit were off their balls.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So what? Who's the first person you come across? It's you get to Felmore, and there's two Khajiit in this little town or settlement, whatever you want to call it. What is the Khajiit outside's name?
Durandor?
Is that what it is?
Duranjo?
Renarjo? Is that it? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. You talk to the one outside, and it gives you a spoon. Eventually, so you get a spoon, and then you have to go break.
I was talking to him, and he said he doesn't trust you.
Oh yeah, see,
you go and talk to Zitresti, and if she trusts you, then I'll trust you.
Oh.
Talk to Zitresti, and she's going on about how she killed a minotaur with this spoon, which is not actually a spoon; it's a very powerful Daedric artifact.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, but she needs 5 of these sunken pits or something like that from whatever it is they're farming. She needs 5 of them. So you take that and you go, all right. So you go and you find those and you give her the 5, and then she gives you the spoon, saying you give that to him. And then you go to give it to him, and he goes, "What are you doing with that? You're not allowed to have that. Give me that spoon." Really?
Kashashi, that's her name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I was confusing the two of them, the two Khajiits. But yeah, what I did, I just
Khajiits look alike.
Yeah, the Khajiits. I did the speech check and or not the speech check, the wheel. I did the speech wheel and the disposition wheel and got her above 60. So then I didn't have to do the pods or whatever. She just gave me the spoon. And then that's when I went in. Did you have to break in the door too? It wasn't unlocked, right?
No, I think you can find a key somewhere, but have open very hard lock.
Yeah, I don't have open very hard, but I have open hard, so it was enough to get in there. Where's the very hard one at?
Oh, you have to make it yourself.
Oh, okay. I should have made it. Damn. Oh, gosh. I should have made that when I was back there before I thought of that. But I haven't come across a very hard lock yet in Shivering Isle. So, but there's a crap ton of them in, was it the Fighters Guild quest line, I think? One of them. There was a ton of very hard locks at the end. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're killing me. No, the Thieves Guild. That's what it was. Thieves Guild. Just like very hard locks left and right. And I'm like, oh, God.
Well, you're a thief. You gotta be able to get through that.
I got through it. I mean, I didn't even have a lot of lockpicks, and I got through it. But it just does get a little tedious. I'll admit.
Yeah.
So he, what's his name? Renarjo wants you to get rid of Sindawi and see. I don't know. He thinks she's following him and taking notes and spying on everybody in town.
She's writing his thoughts in her diary.
That's yeah. So you get you can get the diary with disposition, or I assume you can just steal it as well.
I could do neither.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, if you do the wheel
high enough, my disposition was maxed at 60.
Oh, it has to be 70.
Yeah, and I could whatchamacallit, I could bribe her for 237 gold for 1 bonus point.
Woof.
That wasn't happening.
Wow.
So I went into her house and threw all the shit all over the floor.
Yes, yeah.
Which was fun because I was definitely in a bad fucking mood at that point. So I was just throwing all the shit everywhere, picking up bits of like bowls full of fruit and black tar, and shit was just going everywhere. And then it came up on the screen, you have like successfully thrown our house into disarray. I ain't done yet, fucker. And I went upstairs and started throwing more shit all over that. And then I come back downstairs and she's in there. Oh, what happened to my house and all of that. So now she was on her own. I tried to pickpocket her again, but it came up saying that she's already caught you once, so you can't try again. All right, fuck it. So I took out my battle axe and bopped her right over the head. That real easy.
Oh man. Yeah, I got the book from her journal, which had nothing. Like it was ramblings of craziness. And then I blasted all the stuff over the house. I think I shot fireballs at everything and just blew it all over the place. If you like shoot a fireball at the tabletop, it just blows everything up like all over the entire room. So
I was there for about 10 minutes trying to find the pickup key on my keyboard.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Yeah, I tried like picking up stuff, moving it around, dropping it, and I was like, "What am I?" I'm like, let me just try shooting it with stuff. And that did actually work. I tried like jumping on I think there was a dresser or something. Or a table. I tried jumping on it and running across it and knocking everything off. That didn't work either. I was like, if only I had a shout right now, I could.
Yeah.
Kind of like you do at the Dragon's Reach, right across that table, just, and everything goes flying. But yeah, if you let him know, once it's all done, he'll give you a ring of mind shielding, which is like resist magic, reflect spell.
Reflect spell, yeah.
Yeah, and that also is leveled 6, 8, 10, and 12, depending on your level. And you get a skill book also, random skill book.
I got Mercantile.
Oh, did you? I didn't open mine yet, actually. I still have to open it. All right, and I think I'm the only one who finished Ghosts of Vitharn, right?
Yep.
Yep. So what happened? All right. Well, you can tell us what happened to yours, Colin.
It was just awful.
We'll get to that point in a second. No, you can.
Yeah, it's not that far in.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, no, that's pretty early on. Yeah.
I mean, I get in. So I get to the town, and there's loads of ghosts fighting each other. There's green ghosts and white ghosts.
Yes.
And so I'm hunting around, and I'm trying to find a way in, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I have to. Like it says that the door is spiritually guarded.
Yes.
I went, well, the place is full of spirits.
What?
Let me kill all the spirits.
Oh no!
So I went around and I killed every fucking ghost I could find, and that didn't help.
Oh man!
If you were wondering. So then I wandered around for about another 10 minutes, and then I finally found the sunken sump or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get in the entrance underneath that tree thing. So I get in there, and there's a few bad things here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally get my way into the main part, and then this ghost comes around the corner, and I pull my battle axe and start swinging. And it just stops me mid-swing, saying, "Oh, hey, what you're doing in here?" Sort of like, "Oh, can you help us out?" And it's like, "Oh, all right, so you don't, I can't chop this guy's head off." Right, fair enough. So then I wandered around, and then I found a few things like there was a dagger lying down, a spiritual dagger lying around.
Oh.
And I found a child's doll.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I went into the mausoleum, and the mausoleum had these bodies that seemed to be preserved with a fire near it. And then when I activated, it asked me, did you want to burn the doll? I was like, I'm not crazy yet. Give it another 10 fucking minutes, and I'll be mad enough to start burning children's dolls. So I went back out, and then I finally found that archer woman hiding behind right up the thing, and she says, "Oh, I need my arrows." And I talked to the dipstick armorer. He wouldn't sell them to me. And then when I broke, because I have the open a very hard lock, I managed to open that door. He can hear me coming.
Oh, really?
Before I enter the room.
Oh my gosh! Oh shit!
So, and the arrows, where are the arrows? They're right fucking next to him.
Yeah, you can reach through the shelf and get them, but if he's hearing you before you get in the room, then it doesn't.
Yeah, he literally starts walking right, and then he blasts you with a spell that makes you disappear and reappear right back at the front of the shop, and the door is already relocked.
Yep, right outside the shop. You're back at the counter again.
Yeah, and I must have done that about 15 times.
Oh my god!
Because doing something the same over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result is a true sign of madness. So, that kind of sent me over the edge. So then I was like, nope, fuck this. And I turned it off and played Fallout.
Oh, man. Yeah, I wandered around the inside first. The inside of the palace, or whatever it is, I guess. After you meet the Count, Cerrone, or Sirion, whatever his name is, he explains that you need to cleanse Vitharn so that this ghost battle will end. It's basically a repeating battle over and over and over again of what happened, and you have to find the 4 people who failed and fix what they did. But yeah, I found the armorer first. He was the first guy I found, and I'm like, man, you're an ass. Why aren't you giving anybody weapons? Like, isn't that your job? Like what's going on here? Then I came across, I think, the priest guy inside. He wasn't helping anybody either. I'm like, oh god, these guys are awful. I think I randomly came across the doll. I don't even remember how I found that actually, but
it's kind of be like being at work, being around all those useless people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no matter how much you talk to the armor, he's not giving you the arrows. Yeah, so I was able to sneak in and get them, obviously, but yeah, I went outside.
Fucking Boy George over there.
I went out to the courtyard and I found what's his name? Hloval. I found him first, and you have to get a dagger that drains magicka and give it to him. So then he proceeds to hit you with the dagger and drain your magicka. So, but then he is able to stop one of the fanatics. I think then I went and got the arrows, and then that's the next one. It ticks off. And then I found, I guess I just had the doll. I found it somewhere. And what's his name? Desideratus, or whatever it is. He's upset because the person he loved, I don't know, was going to get harmed or something. So I went in and set the doll on fire. And his is set. Like the other two, it's like, yes, I got arrows. I'm going to kill this one that's breaking through. And he's like, yes, I got my dagger with magicka now, and I will stop this one person coming through. With him, it's like, I give up. I completely give up. I'm going to throw myself out there and die in this battle. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, you basically just break his spirit of believing in anything, and that's
by cop, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he decides to to be able to help. I'm like, well, that was great. Oh, yeah, fantastic.
So much for sticks and stones.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that wasn't the most uplifting outcome there, but the 4th person is the Count himself, of course. He ran and hid, so he asks you to take his helm. So basically, take his place, which I don't see how it fixes what he did, because he still ran and hid. But you take his helm, and then you have to battle the final person that was breaking through. So I did a final battle there, and then it let you keep the helmet. which actually no, I didn't even check and see what it was. I took it off right away. Fortifies block and heavy armor depending on your level. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 points depending on your level. So you finish that, and then Vitharin is cleansed, and that's pretty much the end of that battle. Vitharn, sorry. Yeah, the battle just repeats on a loop until you solve everything. So, if you happen to miss it, if you're there and you miss it, it doesn't matter. You just wait like 20 seconds and the whole thing starts over again. So, yeah, I still don't know how I ended up with the doll, actually.
It was in a room that's on the way to the armorer.
Yeah, see, I did go through all the rooms, so maybe I grabbed it without even realizing it.
Yeah, it was up on a shelf.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I went right to the fire, and they're like, "Do you want to put the doll in?" I'm like, "What doll?" Like, sure, I'll do that.
Sounds like I got quite an adventure waiting for me.
I guess there are two options. With the doll. Okay, here we go. There are two options available. The most obvious one is to find one of the fanatics, give him the doll, which will force Desideratus to rescue his betrothed. A crueler alternative is to burn the doll in one of the braziers scattered throughout the city, removing his reason for running. Oh man! So
wait, is the doll his beloved?
I guess it represents her or something. It's a tattered rag doll on a shelf. That's what it is. Head for the second of two sleeping areas and look for a tattered rag doll sitting on the shelf. This is his coveted betrothed. Yeah, I guess he loves his rag doll.
Now that you said that, I think I remember doing that and burning it a long time ago.
Yeah. So apparently there is two ways to do it, which I didn't realize. I didn't even think about giving it to one of the fanatics, which of course he would have then went after. Instead, I just completely broke his spirit. I would say breaking his spirit's the better way to go. It's much more interesting.
Yeah. Much more in keeping with the area.
Oh yeah, it completely fits the whole Shivering Isles theme of
insanity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, giving him like courage to go run after them to grab his ragdoll. I don't know. I guess that's kind of a little bizarre, also, but completely breaking his spirit so he gives up and doesn't run. I feel like that fits even better, actually. But yeah. The Athel guy, he just keeps saying 1, 2. He like talks in riddle, of course, too, because why not? Everybody else does.
Yeah.
Let's see. The only way into the armory is through the locked door. You can either pick the lock or you can find a key. Open the door, sneak in and grab the arrows. If he detects you, he'll kick you out and start over. He will not, however, confiscate the key. Yeah, that is the only way. There's no other option in there. I was looking to see if there was another option on the arrows, but
the only thing I can think of is if I can find myself some ingredients to make an invisibility potion.
Oh yeah, that would work. What about oh god, yeah, that might be the only way. I don't know if you can knock them off the table, or you might.
I already did that.
Oh yeah, and you still couldn't grab him. Oh yeah, because he's hearing you before you come.
I was trying to activate my light spell.
Yeah,
but I didn't. I activated my open lock spell, and it flew across and hit the arrows and knocked them on the floor behind the shelf, so they're now even harder to get to.
So they weren't up on. They didn't go through the shelf to the other side. They were stuck between the shelf and the table. Oh god, that's worse. Yeah, because then you got to go around it to actually get them.
Yeah, got to go around the table right behind it.
Yeah, you're better off just leaving them on the table at that point.
Let's see if I've got it. I think I got to save. I know. I think I have one just before, after I talked to the ghost.
Oh, okay.
When I first entered. So I've got a save there, and then I've got a save just before I left, naked, carrying a battle axe.
Oh, man.
Which again is in keeping with the local
Oh
area.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be unusual at all. In any part.
No, you could walk down the street on like that, and it's like you're wearing your Sunday-best.
Yeah, it's like perfectly reasonable
Church
to happen.
clothes,
Yeah. I haven't done too much other exploring. I think I'm going to explore the whole area pretty deeply in between here, and see what other places are around. Want to make sure I don't stumble into any random quests, though. But just want to kind of explore Shivering Isles. It's a pretty good sized map, actually. It's quite a long walk from when you first enter to New Sheoth. I didn't realize how big it was, actually.
Yeah, I remember it being a big map because I spent hours exploring it.
Yeah, I got to give it. It deserves more time. I probably spent about 2 or 3 hours doing those quests. So, and the way the map is, I want to, because when I first got there, I was doing my usual thing of just like sauntering along and then finding something and then going in.
Oh yeah,
and then by the time I get towards the end, it was like, oh shit, I had to get home and fucking play this quest or before the show starts. And I was like, oh, fuck.
I wanted to get the quest done, and then I figured in between those I could do some exploring and find everything. Because I kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to start Oblivion," and I kept finishing Tomb Raider, and then I finally finished it. So I hopped back into Oblivion. I was like, "All right, now." But I wanted to make sure I got the quest done because I wasn't sure how long they were going to take. It had been so long since I'd done them that I wasn't really sure. But I did get them done in plenty of time. So now I do have time to explore around and stuff. So
yeah, it's so easy to get lost in these Bethesda games.
Oh yeah. You start going into caves and other things, and it's just like, oh well, let me kill this and then now I'm looting, and I'm like, why am I looting? I have like 250,000 gold. What am I gonna do with this stuff? Like, why am I still grabbing stuff?
It's not the fact that you have it. It's the fact that somebody else might want it.
Exactly.
Driving them of it. You don't want the next adventure just walking in and just picking that shit up without having to kill anything. You just killed like 2,000 fucking... Was it Daedra trying to get this sword that set something on fire for 3 points?
Yep.
You're going to take the goddamn fucking sword, even if you have to keep on casting Feather every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like... why am I looting this stuff? Like, what am I doing? What am I? I'm not going to use any of this stuff. Like, I have my gear is all set, ready to go. I don't need any new gear. What I have works perfect. I'm like, what am I going to add to it? There's nothing for me to add. I do keep like when I find the 100% rings, for that kind of stuff, I do keep those, and I still never use those either. So I don't know why I even keep those.
At least they don't weigh much.
Yeah, they don't really weigh anything, so I mean they're not bad. And I say the same thing about arrows too. Like I keep grabbing those. They're not like heavy, but if you have like 300 of each one, it's
that adds a lot of weight.
Yeah, it adds up. Like why?
Yeah.
So eventually I just I'm stopping grabbing things, and I'm like, all right, I just grab ingredients because I'll use those. I'll make potions and stuff. And
But Daedric arrows are the worst, though, because each one weighs like one full unit of weight.
Yeah, they're really heavy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are definitely the heaviest ones.
Yeah, you can only fire them about 2 foot.
Yeah, they don't go very well.
If it lands on its toe, it'll do some damage.
Yeah.
Might break a toe.
I do have a bunch of enchanted arrows as well, or whatever. Magic arrows, whatever they are.
Yeah, I found a bunch of those.
Yeah, I got tons of those. I still have
Those got used up.
Oh yeah, you used all those up. I always forget to use them. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna stop carrying them because I forget to use them anyway. So
I accidentally killed are they rats?
Oh,
which is like so useless.
Yeah, it's like all you need is an iron arrow for one of those, and like
You don't even need an enchanted bow.
No, you end up wasting something good on them. You're like, oh god, why did I do that? I think I'm carrying like 6 Varla stones.
I found 3 in one ruin.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
pretty good.
whoa. Yeah. It's that one that I was telling you that had the 4-button puzzle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have been through there because I think I grabbed 3 in one too. I can't remember which one it was. Because I was doing a lot of exploring in between the end of the Roundtable and this Roundtable, so I was going all over the map just finding places.
Yeah, once you go off the main roads, you find the really big alien ruins, and then it's kind of funny because I'm like, I end up at a fort, and I'm like, oh, Sejanus. I know Sejanus. It's not a fort, though. I guess it is.
Oh, man.
Because in ESO, you around Cyrodiil, you have a lot of the main keeps and little what would they be, like guard stations or something, guard posts, like the Janus and stuff, and
outposts.
Outposts,
okay.
yeah. But in Oblivion, Sejanus is a really pretty good size fort. Everything underground, which I'm just like, wow, they really made that outpost bigger.
yeah. They just haven't expanded it yet. That'll be in the expansion.
Well, I mean, it's ESO is 100 years before Oblivion. 1,000. So that's plenty of time to dig holes, dig tunnels, and underground stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's 1,000 or is it 10,000?
Yeah, but it's quite a while. So they've definitely done improvements, and a lot of them have fallen to disrepair. But it's kind of cool. You're sitting there roaming around, and Sejanus. Oh, here's Fort Ash.
Oh, wow.
And all those are in ESO, so it's nice to like see where you're going around and like, oh, this is familiar.
I died here.
Oh, man.
Many times.
Yeah, some asshole with some asshole Nightblade ganked me right here. I think this is my dead body.
I went through the back up right above here. So yeah, it's interesting to see stuff like that. It'd be nice to revisit Cyrodiil at some point in one of the newer games.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I think for ESO, the next chapter, they're going to add the what's that? What's the island? The biggest one of the No. I got Shivering Isles in my head now. And it's not Shivering Isles. The Ordon and
shit, they're gonna be adding
the main island.
Yeah, the main island for the Thalmor for the High Elves.
Yep.
Wow. Because that's never been a game, so I was thinking they were excluding those places because it's never been its own game, and they were leaving it there so you wouldn't be able to go there until they've went there in a proper game.
Nope. But
it's the home of the High Elves. Nope, it's not coming.
Let's see, Alan, Somerset Isle.
There we go.
Oh yeah, Somerset.
Yeah. So they on Instagram they just dropped just a little teaser. It's a letter from Queen Ariane. So it confirms a lot of the data mining that people have done for Somerset Isle.
Nice.
So it's going to be huge.
I still haven't finished bloody Clockwork City yet. Or Thieves.
I haven't finished Clockwork. I finished Vardenfell, but not Clockwork City.
Yeah, same here. I've done Vardenfell. but I haven't done Clockwork City. It just didn't appeal to me. And was it? I started Thieves Guild, but I don't like the Thieves Guild, so
Yeah, I finished
okay.
Thieves Guild, which was nice.
10 minutes. I think I got about 2 or 3 hours in. And I think it's the same as the Dark Brotherhood one, where you have to do, was it Radiant quests over and over again to get enough experience in it before the next quest in the main quest line will open up.
Yeah, that's the annoying part. It's almost like with the Mages Guild, where you have to find lore books just to advance.
I was like, no.
But I like all the benefits you get from actually advancing in the Thieves Guild, which is the main reason why I did it, so that I could get all the perks.
Yeah, I like the was it? I think it's the last perk in the Dark Brotherhood one, where it shortens the area where you'll get aggro from enemies while you're on a horse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, on a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And that works in Cyrodiil. You know all the NPCs at a at a mine or a farm.
Uh-huh.
I can run it. You know how if you're sneaking, if you're like 150 foot away, they can still see you and start attacking you. If you're on horseback and have that perk, I get right up on them until I'm about 5 feet away from them before they realize I'm there.
Oh, that might actually make it worth it.
Yeah. So, and by the time I'm on them, the minute I come off the horse, I just drop down, my...
Your ultimate?
No, well, I don't usually use ultimates for there. It's only if I have enemies, but I drop the destruction staff down for the area of effect. I've forgotten what they're all called.
Oh, the something wall.
Yeah, that's it. Elemental wall.
Elemental wall, yeah.
And then I pull up my talons, and then
deep breath.
Deep breath, pull it all in, and then just fucking fire everywhere. I can probably drop a thingy in about 20 seconds or something like that when she has everything going. It's lovely. You can get in there.
Yeah, it's nice if you can get just the 4 that are protecting the flag.
Yeah, and then she just keeps on using her her wings for the mage that's up in the tower. And
hate that mage.
Reflecting. It keeps on reflecting everything she throws back at her. And I've got the 20% extra damage when it's reflected back, so she wipes herself pretty quick.
Nice.
And then some bastard Nightblade will come up and fucking gank me.
Oh, I did add just added the quests to the website. So if you go to asapodcasting.com/ let's see.
Skyrim Addict?
Yeah, maybe. Just click on the Skyrim Addict one and scroll down like a little bit, and you'll see Shivering Isles quest schedule. And that doc has links to the UESP with for each quest. So if you have any trouble with it, you can click on each one, and it will take you right to the UESP, and you'll be able to, follow along that way. So yeah, that is now on there. I just added it actually. So that is complete. That is done. So
it'll help me try to avoid when I'm wandering, avoid certain quests that we're not supposed to be doing yet.
Yeah, that's why I keep it up, because I'm like, ooh, if I don't want to accidentally, because when you're exploring, you just come across so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can just stumble into anything, So I'm like, oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to, accidentally do everything way out of order. I want to kind of
hear the voice of Lydia in your ear going, "Oh, look, a cave."
Yeah, yep. Like, oh, okay, I'll go over there. That's worst could happen. But next time is Understanding Madness, Addiction, Lady of Paranoia. Those are the main quests. Then we are going to go into Bliss and do the Antipodean Hammer, which I have some pieces for already I've come across randomly. Falling Awake, Work is Never Done, and The Fork of Horripilation, which I can only imagine what that will be.
That was a weapon in a mod for Skyrim.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think it is actually a weapon. That's why I think you might actually have to use it. I have vague memories of it, obviously because I played it like 10 years ago. So yeah, I can see why that would be a mod.
Yeah, it was given to, is it Umbazirkle or Umbazekiel or something like that? The nasty frost troll that you have to fight on your way to getting Cicero in the Dawnstar Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, okay.
So when you're going through there, I think he's the last thing that you have to kill before you get inside to be able to talk to Cicero and whether you want to kill him.
Yeah, whether you kill him or not.
The mod had given the fork of her relation to. I don't know why.
Somebody liked it.
Yeah.
Somebody was a Shivering Isles fan. Yeah.
And so far, I can see why.
Yeah, it's
enjoyable. Apart from
Okay,
my character design screwing me over.
Yeah. Well, there really should have been a second option for that, though. If you're, if you don't sneak at all, I feel like that is something that was kind of missed. There should be some other kind of option where you could fight him for the arrows or something, like a fist fight even.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. There's nowhere I can buy spells because the only thing I can think of is if I can get telekinesis, maybe.
Maybe.
But then again, I don't have enough magicka probably, or I'm not the right level in whatever it is, alteration or illusion, whatever skill it is, or mysticism probably.
Yeah.
I probably haven't got enough skill in that to be able to do it anyway.
I don't know. Maybe check one of the towns. There may be something.
Mysticism.
What's that?
I think it is mysticism for telekinesis.
Yeah, I think so.
That's one of my primaries that I have to level up.
I would check in one of the towns when we go there. Either, I guess, Bliss or whatever. There's got to be shops in there. You might be able to get something to get you through it. Maybe some shoes or something.
Yeah. I should be able to find a potion of invisibility somewhere.
There's got to be in one of those shops, or some of this stuff has to have that as one of the effects of the ingredients.
Well, I still have my Dark Brotherhood cloak that I got off of Lucian the Chance, so
Oh yeah,
might have to put that on as well as my Ring of the Thief.
I wear the hood. So, during the daytime, I wear the hood, and then I switch to Fin Gleam for nighttime.
Nice.
So I have that night vision going. Sometimes I wear the gray. I'm going to wear the gray cowl. I wonder how that affects Shivering Isles. I'm going to put that on next time. See what happens.
There's no guards there, so it shouldn't affect.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I shouldn't get in trouble, right?
Right.
I guess we'll find out. See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? I get attacked,
Yeah.
You'll
be able to see him coming at you from 300 feet away.
Oh, so. Yeah. No, you do see pretty far, yeah. I was actually wearing it before I went into Shivering Isles, and I totally forgot I had it on and wandered into town. What town did I go into? I think I went into. I was doing Glathier's quest or whatever in Skingrad or Galthier or whatever the hell his name is. I totally forgot I had it on, and I walked through the gate.
I'm like, Fox.
Yeah, I'm like do, and I'm like, oh my crap, oh. So I had to run out of town, take it off, disappear for a little bit, and then come back, and they were like, hey, how's it going?
You do have some guards. You've got, was it the Dark Seducers?
Yeah, they're technically guards, yeah.
What's it, the Golden Saints?
They're not Cyrodiil guards, though.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if they're even aware of the Gray Fox, so maybe able to get away with it. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm interested to see how what'll happen.
Yeah.
Because if I can wear it, that'd be awesome. I could got all kinds of detect life going on.
So you worn it going through dungeons and stuff? and
Yeah.
forts.
Oh yeah, I love going through them with that. Yeah.
It's just little purple figurines
Everywhere.
all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turn.
Yeah, I like taking Fin Gleam off because I just everything's just blue when you're wearing it, because of the night vision. But Shivering Isles looks so good. I don't want to like lose the visuals.
Right.
It's so strange looking that it's worth worth taking off to see.
Yeah, there's if I remember correctly, I think the developers had a good time and just drawing everything up when they made that.
Oh, speaking of that, Jonah Loeb was involved in that, and Andrew, and who was Pat on with him when they interviewed him?
I believe it was just Andrew and Kara.
That's it. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. But they interviewed Jonah Loeb. He did some design on Oblivion, a bunch of Fallouts.
Shivering Isles as well.
Shivering Isles specifically, yeah.
And Skyrim.
Didn't he do creature design on Shivering Isles, I believe?
I think he said he did, yes.
Yeah, so there's some definitely intriguing creatures on Shivering Isles. So check out that interview on the Fallout feed. It's a couple episodes ago. Just scroll through the feed, Jonah Loeb interview.
It was a great interview.
Yeah.
I was super jealous.
I know. I didn't know until last minute, and I was out, so I couldn't, or I had to go out at the time he was doing it. I thought it was my mother-in-law's birthday. That's what it was. So it was not really something I could blow off.
You could skip that.
Yeah, that would have went well. So
yeah, just cut your ears off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was not going to happen. But make sure you check that out. And I guess our next set will be probably sometime in April. April's a pretty crazy month, so hopefully.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm free every day, but every weekend, but the 8th.
Okay, I'm not free. I'm home on the 8th, but I would have to do all the quests literally on that day. So.
Yeah, I think I am judging NHC on the 8th.
Okay. Yeah, so that's good. After that is good. I'm in California at the end of the month, Northern California.
Oh.
Big Sur.
Your race.
Yeah, so I'm going to hang out in Monterey for a few days, but which is very nice.
Yeah, you got to see the aquarium over there.
Yeah, I didn't do it when I was we were in Monterey in April, and I did not get to the aquarium. But
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing, and a friend of mine works in town.
Yeah, they built a huge glass wall that looks into is it a bay? I guess the bay in there.
Yeah, I guess that's technically the bay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you get to see the actual fish swimming and stuff in there. And,
yeah, that's amazing.
And they have, either dolphin, dorado, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You see sharks and stuff. It was great. I really enjoyed it when we were over there because we camped in Big Sur.
Oh,
and
nice.
And for the day we drove over there.
Yeah, I drove over to there. Oh, that's awesome. It's a very beautiful area.
It's super green, super cold.
Yeah, it's always for you it's cold. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm here in sunny San Diego. So.
It's
cold for me is
we'll call it temperate since it's.
Yeah, cold for me is when it gets in the 30s at night for a few days in the middle of winter.
Oof, so nice.
And then normally we see 40s at night and 70 to 80s during the day. So
rough life down there in San Diego County.
It is, but we pay for it though.
Yeah, true. That's true. So it's probably in the sometime in the middle of the month. We'll hit up Shivering Isles again. I think after this episode will probably be a Lost Episodes episode, filling in whatever time gap we have left over for the month. So look for that too. So be some of the original episodes that were lost on our feed debacle a few months back. So.
Yeah, I've enjoyed listening to those. It reminded me when I first started listening.
Yeah, I go back and listen. I'm like, my God, these are really short.
I remember what was the first few were maybe about 3 minutes.
Yeah, like one was like 4.5, one was like 8, like 6. Like there you go. It's plenty of time.
Yeah,
Who needs more than
because I
that?
think I started listening when you were like on episode 10,
Wow.
and I got caught up like super quick
In like 5 minutes. Yeah, you caught up in like 5 minutes. Like 20 minutes, Juan caught up in the first 10 episodes. Oh man, yeah. So if you haven't heard the early episodes, they are hard to find on the internet these days because feed went down, and just they'll be here on the feed. So thank you to the patrons, of course, for the new feeds. Basically,
yes,
that covers the fees for the new feeds for all the shows, and check out all the shows we have everywhere. Fallout, Skyrim Addict. That's this show. Chatterbox, we do once a month. All that stuff.
Game talk sometimes.
Yeah, game talk. I'd like to do another one with Victor. That was fun.
Yeah.
I have to play more games though. All right.
Well, you have the
yeah, with Game Pass now, I'll actually be more well versed in different things. Until I get sucked into the black hole of Elder Scrolls and never leave again.
Yes, it's a very nice hole, though.
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't leave.
It's like a hobbit hole.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this is so comfortable. Why am I going anywhere else?
I think Kerry King from Slayer was interviewed once, and they were telling him, so do you think heavy metal has painted itself into a corner and they can't really go anywhere? And he's like, I don't know if we've painted ourselves in a corner, but if we have, I really like my corner.
yeah. It's
I'm really happy here. So
provided me a career for 40 years. Or 35 years, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good corner to be in. Oh, man. Well, until next time, everyone, happy Skyrimming, to steal a phrase.
We'll see you in Cyrodiil.
Yeah, technically Cyrodiil, sorry. Happy Oblivion.
Well, actually, not Shivering Isles.
Oh, Shivering Isles. Yeah, we're not in Cyrodiil anymore. That's right. We're out of there.
Yeah, we should say, like, welcome to the madness or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, welcome to the dementia, madness, mania, whichever you choose.
Yep.
Later, guys.